It's never too late to work on becoming the best version of yourself. The journey of self-improvement is always ongoing, and emotional maturity plays a huge role in our ability to become better versions of ourselves and more well-rounded individuals. It can help us better navigate our relationships, understand ourselves, and make decisions that are beneficial for both our personal and professional lives. But how do you know if you're emotionally mature? In this video, we will reveal some of the best ways to test your emotional maturity so you can identify growth areas. Watch out for number 5, because we think it's probably the most important way to test your emotional maturity. We love hearing from you. Let us know which of the 7 ways you think is the most important by leaving a comment below. Before we begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a free giveaway. Let's dive right in. 1. Perform self-inventory exercises. Self-inventory exercises are an effective way to identify and evaluate your own level of emotional maturity. These exercises involve taking the time to reflect on yourself and analyze how you respond in certain situations. Doing so can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to make better decisions in the future. And yes, you will need some tips for doing self-inventory exercises. First, create an environment that supports reflection. This may be a place in your home or office that's comfortable and peaceful, or it could be somewhere outdoors, such as a park or beach. Find whatever works best for you. Second, perform self-inventory exercises. These exercises can include keeping a journal, reflecting on past experiences, or even writing down your thoughts on a particular subject. The goal of these exercises is to gain clarity about who you are and what motivates you in life. This helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses that can inform how you interact with others. Third, practice healthy coping mechanisms. Once you have completed the self-inventory exercise, it is important to practice healthy coping mechanisms to develop your emotional maturity further. Healthy coping mechanisms include things such as exercising regularly, engaging in activities that make you feel relaxed or energized, such as yoga or painting, or talking through difficult situations with friends or family members. By practicing healthy coping mechanisms, instead of resorting to unhealthy habits like drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, or engaging in risky behavior, you will be able to manage your emotions better when faced with challenging situations. Remember, making minor improvements in your life can help ensure continuing growth over time. Number 2, ask for honest feedback from others. Asking someone else for their opinion on our emotional maturity can be nerve-wracking at first, but it's a necessary part of self-growth and development. Whether it's a family member, friend, or colleague, the people who know us best can provide valuable insight into how we interact with others and handle our emotions. So how can you ask and receive honest feedback from others? The first thing is to be specific when you ask for feedback. When you ask for feedback from someone else, make sure that you're clear about what kind of information you're looking for. This will help them give you more specific and helpful answers. For example, instead of asking, "Do I have good emotional maturity?" try something more targeted like, "How do I react when I don't get my way?" Or, "Which areas could use improvement when it comes to my ability to express my emotions in a healthy manner?" These types of questions show the person whose opinion you're seeking that you care about their feedback and value their input. Another thing is to be open to constructive criticism. Getting feedback can be difficult because it often involves criticism, and nobody likes hearing negative things about themselves. But if we want to grow as individuals, we need to be willing to hear constructive criticism without getting defensive or taking it personally. Instead of shutting down or responding defensively when someone gives us negative feedback, try listening carefully and asking questions so that both parties can gain greater understanding from the conversation. Also, you should give yourself time to reflect on the feedback you receive. After getting honest feedback from someone else on your emotional maturity, take some time alone to process what they said before responding right away. This will not only give you time to think through their comments more thoroughly, but also allow them time and space if they need it too. Taking this approach shows respect for both yourself and the other person involved in the conversation, while letting them know that their opinions are important and valued by you. Before we continue, we would like to give you a free gift of our book, The Ultimate Manifestation Guide. Inside the book, you will discover 15 secrets to help you manifest your dream life faster. Here at Mindset Flow, we are committed to helping you live your best and most fulfilling life. So get your free digital copy today by simply clicking the link in the description. Let's continue on. Number 3. Listen to others objectively. One of the best ways to test your emotional maturity is to listen objectively to what other people are saying. This means that when someone speaks, instead of immediately reacting with an emotional response, take a step back and hear what they are telling you. This will give you a chance to process their words without jumping to conclusions or making assumptions about their meaning. When it comes time for you to respond, make sure that your response is grounded in facts and compassion rather than emotion. Number 4. Observe yourself in different situations. Another way to test your emotional maturity is by observing yourself in different situations. Notice how you react when faced with challenging scenarios or difficult conversations. For example, how do you react when you are driving and someone cuts you off? Pay attention to whether or not your reactions are based on fact or emotion, and consider if there's anything else that could be done differently. Taking this time for self-reflection can help you identify any areas where improvement is needed and provide insight into how much progress has already been made on this journey toward emotional maturity. Number 5. Consider how you react to conflict. Conflict is unavoidable in life, but how you react during those challenging moments is key when testing your emotional maturity. Do you lash out when faced with a challenge? Or do you take a step back, consider all perspectives involved, and try to reach a resolution that works for everyone? First, realize that it's okay not to have all the answers. Another sign of emotional maturity is being able to admit when you don't have all the answers. This doesn't mean giving up or giving in. Instead, it means understanding that there are times when we don't know everything. If someone asks for your opinion on a certain matter and you don't have an answer right away, acknowledge this by saying so rather than making something up just for the sake of having an answer. Second, be honest about your feelings. Finally, another way to measure your emotional maturity is by being honest about how your feelings and emotions make you feel. We all experience different emotions throughout our lives like anger, sadness, fear, and it's okay to be honest about how these feelings make us feel. Don't be afraid to express yourself honestly. Being able to do so shows that you understand who you are and how your emotions affect your behavior and decisions. Number 6, examine your empathy levels. Another step in testing your emotional maturity is figuring out how empathetic you are towards others. To do this, ask yourself some tough questions such as, do I try to see things from someone else's perspective before making decisions? Do I take time to listen and understand when someone else speaks? Do I recognize my own biases and attempt to work through them? If you answered yes to these questions, then you have high empathy levels. It is also important that you practice being empathetic every day. Practice active listening when someone is speaking by not only hearing their words, but also understanding what they're saying on an emotional level. When you make decisions, don't just consider your wants or needs. Consider how those choices will also affect other people. These practices will help increase your empathy levels over time and lead you toward becoming more emotionally mature in the long run. Number 7, understand the power of self-awareness. Self-awareness is a powerful tool. It gives you the ability to understand your emotions and make decisions based on these feelings. But how can you measure your emotional maturity? First, meditate regularly. One of the best ways to increase your emotional maturity is by meditating regularly. This isn't just about sitting in silence for a few minutes. It's about actively engaging with yourself and understanding what makes you tick. When you meditate, take note of any thoughts or emotions that come up, as this can be a great way to start becoming more self-aware. Plus, regular meditation can also help reduce stress and anxiety, making it easier for you to gain insight into your own emotions. Second, set goals. Another way to measure your emotional maturity is by setting goals for yourself. This can include anything from learning a new language or skill to simply taking time each day for self-reflection. When you are setting goals for yourself, make sure you write them down and keep track of your progress. This will give you an idea of how far you've come and what else you can do as you continue your journey on developing greater self-awareness. Finally, surround yourself with positive people. Another way is by surrounding yourself with positive people who support your growth and development. By surrounding yourself with people who understand and appreciate the importance of self-growth, it becomes easier for you to stay on track with whatever goals you have set for yourself for improving your emotional maturity. There you have it, the 7 best ways to test your emotional maturity. Did you find this video helpful? If so, please share it with your family and friends. The more people understand who they are and how their emotions affect their behavior and decisions, the better our world will be. Now that you can see the best 7 ways to test your emotional maturity, we would love to hear from you. Which of the 7 ways to test your emotional maturity speaks to you the most? Do you have any words of wisdom on how to test your emotional maturity? Let our community know by leaving a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also remember to grab your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and have a day filled with positivity.